Hey, you've reached Mark Elliott from Venture Accelerator Partners with a short video on efficient sales research. Why I thought of this as a recent blog topic and video blog was some interactions with both some customers as well as people in the community. I find that often people either do too little or too much sales research. So here's some ideas and guidelines for you to do just the right amount, and so hopefully you can take some of this and help improve your sales research. Mass outreach. So maybe you're doing a large outbound campaign where you're sending out a large number of emails and maybe following up with the ones that are engaging with your content. For that, we're typically using a tool like LinkedIn Sales Navigator to create a large list, and then we use a tool called Wiza to help get that information into a format that I can upload into a CRM. Occasionally, there might be, we're pulling in pieces, about the contact, about the company, pretty, fairly basic features, but there's also the ability to pull in a description of the business, and you can add that as a note, as an example. So we do that from the initial mass outreach. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do a ton of information or research until we see if they're interested in having a conversation. Account-based research, that's where, hey, I've got a number of targets I'm going after. Usually this is a better fit for people that have a larger dollar value solution or maybe a very specialized solution. And so we'll do more research, and often we'll supplement it with Chat GPT or Perplexity to maybe help narrow down on ideal customer profile, where you can be very specific about it, and allow us to get a really good list to start. And then we'll pull, again, we're maybe adding more information. I'm getting things like, brief summary from my AI engine that I can put in. Prep for cold calls. So I've decided I'm making cold calls. I want to make sure I have information on the company and the contact in the CRM, and I typically want to pin it so it's at the top, so I don't have to keep going back to the organization's website or LinkedIn profile, depending on where I am in my calls. So I do that bit more information, a bit more research before I'm doing my cold calls. Again, if I can import it and my upload, I'll do that. Of course, then if I have a successful cold call, or maybe I have some feedback from an email, then I'm going to do a deeper dive, getting ready for my discovery call. In that case, I'm going to do some look and see, hey, do we have any common connections? Have they posted anything recently on LinkedIn? I can, again, supplement research with some Chat GPT. I can say, hey, I'm reaching out to this specific LinkedIn contact. What are some of the challenges around X they may be having? So again, you can really get a lot more specific, and you can see as I'm moving through my steps in my sales process, and they're becoming longer and more specific in nature. I'm gonna add additional research to make those more efficient. And CRM, I talk about CRM all the time, and a CRM is a great way, again, to stay organized with your sales research. The information that you're using to be able to action that research, and then doing things I mentioned like pinning. Always making sure you have a next step set up in your email, so I know what's going to happen next. And again, having past interactions is another source of information to have collected, and again, you can use that to go forward. So hopefully this will help you with your make your sales research even more efficient. If you're looking for some help on creating a sales plan, or anything else regarding B2B sales, feel free to reach out. Happy to have a conversation. It's Mark Elliott from Venture Accelerator Partners. Thanks.